Have you ever caught yourself lying awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling fan and wondering, how much do I really need each month to retire? Not the spreadsheet number, not the rule of thumb, but your number. Because here's the thing, that number is more personal than your fingerprint. And yet, almost every article or video out there makes it sound like it's the same for everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about why no one can give you your number and why that's actually empowering. How I approached figuring out my monthly number before retiring, and 3 key takeaways that might help you do the same without losing sleep. By the end, you'll walk away not with a magic number, but with something even more valuable, a way to think about your own number so it fits your life, your family, and your dreams. Hi, I'm James. I'm retiring next week after decades as a project manager in big tech. And this channel is where I share what actually happens when you step off the career treadmill. The good, the messy, the funny, and the parts you won't read in some glossy retirement guide. My goal is simple, to help you feel confident about your retirement plan, so you can maximize your money, your time, and your health. Let's rewind a bit. A few years before I decided to retire, I had the same question you probably have. How much do I really need each month? So like any seasoned project manager, I made a spreadsheet. I made 3 spreadsheets, one for must spend, one for like to spend, and one labeled pie in the sky. Yes, color-coded. I can't help it. I listed out everything: mortgage, which I'm close to paying off, property taxes, insurance, utilities, groceries, health insurance premiums, gas, cell phones, subscriptions. Then I added the fun stuff: travel, date nights, gifts, hobbies, garden projects, even a line for unexpected generosity, for when you just feel like picking up the lunch tab for a friend. That's when something clicked. Retirement isn't just about covering the bills. It's about funding a life, your life. Think of it like building a house. Your foundation is the must spend, the walls, roof, plumbing. Your second story is the like to spend, the sunroom, kitchen upgrades, nice landscaping. And your dream deck out back, that's your pie in the sky. Maybe a bucket list trip to Italy or season tickets to the symphony. If you only build the foundation, the house will stand, but it might not feel like home. Now, you might have seen videos or articles that say, just plan for 80% of your pre-retirement income, or multiply your annual spending by 25. I'm not saying those are useless. They're a good starting point. But let's be real. Do you plan to travel more or stay close to home? Are you paying off a mortgage or are you mortgage free? Do you have health conditions that mean higher insurance costs? Do you want to help grandkids with college or start a small business? Your life isn't a generic template, so your number shouldn't be either. When I finally got serious about retirement planning, I realized there are 2 big levers. 1, how much you'll have coming in, and 2, how much you'll need going out. Sounds simple, but each side has layers. Income, pensions, Social Security, 401k, IRAs, brokerage accounts, maybe rental incomes or part-time consulting. And the timing matters. When to claim Social Security, when to tap which accounts, how to minimize taxes. Spending, fixed expenses, must spend, and variable, like to spend. Inflation, healthcare cost growth, market ups and downs, those will all nudge your numbers around. At first, I did what many of you might do. I built spreadsheets. I even tried to model inflation year by year. But here's the thing, even one bad formula could throw everything off. I learned that the hard way when I discovered I'd accidentally compounded inflation twice on healthcare costs. My spreadsheet showed we'd be living in a cardboard box by the age of 78. That's when I decided spreadsheets are helpful, but not the only tool. I tried several tools, from free calculators to detailed planners. The one I landed on was Bolden. No, this isn't sponsored. I just like how it combined investment projections, Social Security timing, taxes, and what-if scenarios. It helped me ask better questions. What if one of us lives to 95? What if we retire into a bear market? What if we need long-term care? You might prefer a different tool. Even your 401k provider's site often has a simple calculator, which is better than nothing. But don't stop at the simple number. Test it against different futures. If you're married or have a partner, don't do this alone. At first, I tried to surprise my wife with a perfect plan. Turns out she didn't want the spreadsheet. She wanted to understand the story behind the numbers. So we had weekend coffee chats. What do we really want retirement to look like? What do we worry about most? What are our musts and what are our nice to haves? Involving her turned the plan into our plan, and it made both of us sleep better. So let me wrap up the core message into 3 takeaways you can use. Number 1, build 3 budgets, not 1. Must spend, like to spend, and dream list. It shows you what's essential and what you can dial back in a market downturn. Number 2, your income plan is as important as your expense plan. Timing matters. When to claim Social Security, when to tap different accounts, how to avoid big tax hits. Number 3, it's not one number. It's a living plan. Markets change, life changes. Revisit your plan every year or so. It doesn't have to be a stressful exercise. Think of it as tuning up your financial engine. About a month ago, I had what I call my 3 a.m. test. I woke up in the dark, heart racing, wondering if I'd miscalculated. So I got out of bed, opened the laptop, and walked through the numbers again. Must spend, covered. Like to spend, doable, even in a downturn. Dream list? Might take a little luck, but we'd be okay. I closed the laptop, exhaled, and finally slept. And that moment told me I was ready. Not because I had the number, but because I understood our plan. So let me ask you, what do you really want your retirement to look like? Not what you should want. What do you really want? Your number isn't about dollars. It's about designing a life. If you'd like, I could do a follow-up video, how I built my actual 3 budgets, and why it helped us feel ready. If that sounds interesting, let me know in the comments. I hope this helped you see your retirement number in a new light. If it did, consider subscribing. It helps me, and it helps YouTube share this with others who might need it. And remember, it's not just about the number. It's about the life that the number makes possible. Please subscribe to follow the journey.